When is the right time to pursue a master's program? You are in your third year, you are in your fourth year. So, is this the right time for you to apply for your master's program, or is it advisable to pursue your master's after you gain work experience? So, this is the question that students have. So, when you go to campuses, applicants constantly ask this question. Okay, see. Master's program in the US or in any part of the world, be it a school in the UK or be it a school in Australia, be it American schools or Canadian schools, they are not making the work experience to be a required part of an applicant. So it is always an optional part. But work experience is always seen as something that can boost your admission prospects. Because when an employer hires you, it is more like a vote of confidence. Right? Somebody has on you. Okay, for instance, a company like Amazon or Microsoft hires you. It means that they have trusted you to do a job, and that's why they have hired you. So when an admissions committee is going to look at these workplaces in your resume, certainly it is going to improve your chances of being admitted at a school, provided the work is relevant to the major that you're applying, and you've done something. Okay, but this doesn't mean that you should certainly have a work experience. So now the question arises: you have secured a job. At the same time, your mind says that we can also apply for masters. You're in a dilemma whether you must be focusing on gaining the work experience or going right away and starting your master's program. So the best way to decide that is, if the work that you're doing is really good in terms of your contribution, in terms of your learning, you learn from that place, then we would suggest you to work there. Okay, let's assume that your McKinsey hires you and you're working for some time, and you find the whole ambience is structured towards learning. You learn about work, you learn about how to work with people. So there's no harm in gaining that work experience. But on the other hand, let's assume that you start to work, but the company is placing you in the bench, which means they don't allocate work, but you're just paid a salary. If this is the situation, then there's no point in continuing your job. So you can just focus on applying for your master's program and go. In certain cases, people have job, but the job is going to be routine. They would have exhausted the learning. There wouldn't be anything for them to learn more. So there's no point in continuing. So for those people who are in the colleges, who are in the universities, when they already have a job in hand, and they are also contemplating about pursuing a master's program, we would say that to just test the waters by working for a firm. Opt to work for some time. Okay, in few months you'll be knowing whether you'll be learning there or you'll not be learning there. And once you come to a point where there is no learning, you can stop there and you can pursue your masters. So the ultimate test is whether you're learning a job or not. Once the learning is stopped, so that is the time you can think about masters. You can apply for masters. If work experience is going to significantly contribute to you improving your application profile, we would say it does, provided you have relevant experience. If you don't have relevant experience, then it is not going to be of much use. Okay. The best part is that if you have done a meaningful work in all the different pieces of the application, in the statement of purpose, in the recommendation letters, in the resume, you can always put all these things that you've done. Okay, thereby they know that you achieved at work, because most of the candidates who apply for their master's program in the US or in Canada, they would apply right after their bachelor's program. So the fact of your working itself might be setting you apart, provided the work experience is meaningful, provided you have substantially contributed at your work. Okay, so work experience certainly improves your admission chances, no doubt about that, if it is relevant. Okay, so I hope this video was useful to you. Thank you.